Have you ever just looked around and felt like there has to be more to all of this than what we see? Well, we're about to dive into a framework that takes on the biggest questions we have about our existence. And honestly, it might just change the way you see, well, everything. So let's get right into it. I mean, it's the ultimate question, isn't it? Why are we here? Are we just some kind of beautiful cosmic accident, a flash in the pan in a silent universe? Or is there a deeper reason, a real purpose for you and me being here? And what about all the tough stuff? The pain, the challenges, the obstacles that feel so overwhelming. Are those just random meaningless hurdles we have to get through? Or could they actually be part of a much, much bigger design that we just can't see? And then, of course, there's the big one, the mystery we all think about. What happens when this is all over? Is it just lights out, an ending, or is it something else entirely? Well, according to decades of some pretty mind-blowing research, the answer might be more incredible than we could ever dream up. Okay, so this is the first big idea we're going to explore, and it's a game changer. What if our lives aren't random at all? What if they're actually meticulously planned before we're even born? This flips everything on its head. It suggests that you chose this life, that every single circumstance, every person you meet, every challenge you face, it's all part of a curriculum that your soul designed for its own growth. It's not an accident, it's an assignment. And this is a core idea from the pioneering researcher Dolores Cannon. Her incredible work suggests that before we incarnate, our souls are like students picking their classes. We carefully select the conditions of our life, not based on what's easy, but based on what we need to learn. And this completely reframes how we think about karma, right? So forget this old idea of some cosmic punishment system. It's not about that at all. Think of it more like your soul wanting to balance the books. It's about choosing to experience the other side of an energy to gain true wisdom and wholeness. And here's a really powerful example from Dr. Brian Weiss's work. You know those struggles that feel the most unfair, like a difficult family situation? From this perspective, that could be the exact advanced placement course our soul signed up for to master something huge, like unconditional love or true forgiveness. So if our life is a pre-planned assignment, that makes Earth something really different, doesn't it? It makes this whole experience a kind of cosmic classroom for our souls. I love this slide because it just lays out the massive shift in perspective so clearly. From our limited human view on the left, life feels chaotic, suffering seems pointless. But from the soul's higher perspective on the right, it all makes sense. Life is planned. Suffering is actually a teacher. And those people we think of as enemies, they might just be our most important professors. The great news is we aren't just tossed into this classroom all by ourselves. Not at all. Researchers like Michael Newton discovered we come here with a whole support system. We travel in these soul groups where the same souls show up in our lives over and over again, playing different parts to help each other learn. And on top of that, we all have spiritual guides, always there, offering support and nudges that we can pick up on if we just get quiet enough to listen. Okay, so that leads to the natural next question, right? If life is the classroom, a temporary learning experience, then what exactly is death? What happens when that final bell rings? And this brings us to a subject that we're often so afraid of. But in this framework, death isn't an end. It's not something to be feared. It's more like a graduation day, a return home. And right here, Dolores Cannon's work offers such incredible comfort. Her subjects consistently reported that the experience of death isn't scary. It's overwhelmingly peaceful and just filled with love. The whole idea of fire and brimstone, that's a human invention, a fear we create here on Earth. The process itself is described as being really gentle and organized. It starts with this peaceful release from the body, and then a welcome. A loving, completely non-judgmental welcome from guides and loved ones who've passed on. And then comes the really big moment, the life review. And let's be super clear about this because it's so important. Drawing from Dr. Raymond Moody's research on near-death experiences, the life review isn't some cosmic courtroom with a judge pointing a finger at you. It is a deeply personal process where you evaluate your life to see how well you learned the lessons you set out to learn. It's all about compassion and understanding, not condemnation. So once we're back home in the spirit world, the rules of reality as we know them basically go out the window. Now, this is where we get into the really mind-bending stuff, so hang on. Okay, try to wrap your head around this. Imagine all of history, past, present, and future, all existing in a single, simultaneous moment. According to Cannon's work, that's the reality for a soul. The linear A to B to C time we experience here on Earth, it's a construct. It's an illusion, created specifically for this classroom to help us learn. And it gets even bigger. Your soul, your true self, isn't limited to just this one human experience. It is a vast, multidimensional consciousness. Think of it like this. A part of your soul is here, living this life, but other parts might be having countless other experiences at the exact same time, maybe in other dimensions or on other worlds. And all of that knowledge, all that wisdom feeds back into the total growth of your soul. So, the life planning, the classroom, the review, existing beyond time. What's the point of all this? Where's this all going? What is the grand ultimate purpose of this whole cosmic setup? Well, here it is. This is the bottom line. The entire universe, this whole complex system, is designed for one single thing: the evolution of consciousness. Every life we live is another step on this incredible, infinite journey back toward remembering and understanding our own divine nature. And what is that divine nature? Well, as spiritual teachers like Neil Donald Walsh point out, at its core, it's one simple, powerful energy: love. Every single lesson, whether it's about courage or patience or forgiveness, it's ultimately a lesson in how to rediscover and express that fundamental essence. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. This perspective completely transforms the universe from a cold, meaningless, random place into a profoundly personal, loving, and supportive system. A system designed entirely to help you grow. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is pointless. Everything serves your evolution. And so that brings everything full circle, right back to you. Here, now. If this is all true, if your life is an assignment that you designed for yourself, what is it trying to teach you? If you look at your current challenges, your greatest joys, your most important relationships, what did your soul sign up to master in this very moment?